In a world often consumed by external noise, Ernst Friedrich's teachings offer a path of quiet transformation. His work, though less known than some, carries a profound depth. It speaks to the silent seeker within us all. Friedrich, a man of quiet contemplation, dedicated his life to understanding the human spirit. Born in the late 19th century, Friedrich witnessed a world in turmoil. Wars, technological advancements, and societal shifts marked his era. Yet amidst this chaos, he sought solace in the stillness within. This inward journey led him to uncover universal truths. These truths transcended the boundaries of time and culture. Friedrich's teachings weren't meant to be loud proclamations, they were whispers of wisdom. He believed true change didn't happen through grand gestures, it happened through a gentle yet persistent shift in consciousness. This shift, he argued, began within each individual. His teachings provide a roadmap guiding us back to our true nature. Central to Friedrich's teachings was the importance of looking inward. He believed that true peace and understanding couldn't be found in the external world. Instead, it resided within the depths of our own being. He encouraged his students to turn their attention away from the constant chatter of the mind and towards the stillness of their own hearts. This inward journey, he stressed, was not about escaping reality. It was about seeing reality more clearly. By quieting the mind and observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment, Friedrich believed we could gain profound insights. These insights could liberate us from suffering. He compared the mind to a turbulent ocean. The surface, he said, was constantly agitated by waves of thoughts, emotions, and desires, but beneath the surface there existed a profound stillness. This stillness was the true nature of our being. One of Friedrich's most significant teachings centered around the power of the present moment. He believed that the past and the future were illusions. They were creations of our minds. True reality, he argued, existed only in the here and now. Clinging to the past, Friedrich taught, only led to suffering. It kept us trapped in cycles of regret, guilt, and writings continues to offer a timeless message of hope and transformation. It reminds us that true peace is not something to be found outside of ourselves. It is a state of being that can be cultivated through mindful living. Friedrich's legacy is not about dogma or rigid beliefs. It's about an invitation to explore the inner landscape of our being. His teachings offer tools for navigating the complexities of life with greater clarity, compassion, and wisdom. They remind us that the journey of self-discovery is an ongoing process. It's a process that requires patience, courage, and a willingness to look within. Mindfulness, a cornerstone of Friedrich's teachings, is about paying attention to the present moment. It's about observing our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. This practice, Friedrich believed, was key to unlocking inner peace. He saw the mind as a powerful tool, often clouded by a whirlwind of thoughts. These thoughts, he argued, could pull us in countless directions. They could distract us from the beauty of the present moment. Mindfulness for Friedrich was about gently guiding the mind back to the here and now. He encouraged his students to approach mindfulness with a sense of curiosity. He urged them not to judge their thoughts or emotions. Instead, he taught them to simply observe them. Like clouds passing in the sky, thoughts would arise and dissipate on their own. This practice, he argued, allowed for a deeper understanding of ourselves. On the power of the present moment. He believed that the past and future were ultimately illusions. They were creations of our minds, existing only as thoughts and memories. He argued that dwelling on the past kept us trapped in cycles of regret and guilt. Similarly, worrying about the future fueled anxiety and fear. Both, he asserted, prevented us from fully experiencing the richness of the now. Friedrich encouraged his students to approach each moment with a sense of childlike wonder. He urged them to savor the simple pleasures of life. Section 4. The Illusion of Time. Friedrich's teachings challenged conventional notions of time. He argued that time, as we typically perceive it, was an illusion. It was a construct of the mind, not an inherent property of reality. He pointed out that our experience of time was fluid. It was constantly changing depending on our state of mind. When we were engaged in activities we enjoyed, time seemed to fly by. Conversely, when we were bored or anxious, time seemed to drag on endlessly. This, Friedrich argued, demonstrated that time was not a fixed entity, but a subjective experience shaped by our perceptions. He believed that by freeing ourselves from the constraints of linear time, we could tap into a deeper sense of freedom. Section 5. Finding freedom in the now. Friedrich believed that true freedom lay in our ability to fully embrace the present moment. He taught that by letting go of our attachments to the past and future, we could break free from the chains of our minds. He compared the mind to a wild monkey, constantly swinging from one thought to another. This incessant mental chatter, he argued, kept us trapped in a cycle of suffering. It prevented us from experiencing true peace and contentment. Mindfulness, for Friedrich, was the key to taming this wild monkey. By cultivating awareness of our thoughts and emotions, we could learn to observe them without judgment. This practice, he believed, created space within ourselves. It allowed us to choose how we responded to life's challenges. Section 6. The Path to Enlightenment. Enlightenment, for Friedrich, was not a distant goal to be achieved, but a state of being that was always accessible in the present moment. He believed that everyone had the potential to awaken to their true nature. He saw it as a journey of self-discovery. He taught that the path to enlightenment was not linear. It was often marked by challenges and setbacks. However, he believed that each obstacle presented an opportunity for growth and transformation. Friedrich emphasized the importance of compassion on this journey. He encouraged his students to extend kindness and understanding not only to others, but also to themselves. Friedrich believed that our daily routines held immense potential for spiritual growth. He saw them not as mundane obligations, but as opportunities to practice mindfulness and cultivate inner peace. He encouraged his students to approach their routines with a sense of intention. Rather than rushing through their morning commute or eating lunch at their desks, he urged them to slow down and bring awareness to each moment. By infusing these seemingly ordinary activities with presence, Friedrich believed we could transform them into opportunities for self-reflection, connection, and joy. Part of the human experience. However, he argued that our approach to these challenges could either amplify our suffering or become opportunities for growth. Friedrich taught that mindfulness provided a powerful tool for navigating difficult emotions and challenging situations. By learning to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment, he believed we could create a space of awareness around our suffering. This space, he argued, allowed us to respond to challenges with greater clarity, wisdom, and compassion. Gratitude for Friedrich was not just a polite gesture, but a powerful force for transformation. He believed that cultivating a deep sense of appreciation for the good in our lives could profoundly impact our well-being. He encouraged his students to practice gratitude daily, taking time to reflect on the things, both big and small, that brought joy and meaning to their lives. This practice, he taught, wasn't about ignoring life's challenges or pretending that everything was perfect. Friedrich believed that a life lived with purpose was a life filled with meaning and fulfillment. He taught that discovering our unique gifts and passions was an essential part of the human journey. He encouraged his students to explore their interests, to experiment with different activities, and to listen to the whispers of their hearts. Friedrich taught that living a life of purpose wasn't necessarily about grand gestures or achieving external success. Wilhelm, a humble gardener, struggled with persistent anxiety. He loved his work, finding solace in nurturing his plants. However, his mind raced incessantly with worries. He approached Friedrich for guidance. Friedrich said, "Wilhelm, you already possess the tools for peace. Approach your gardening with awareness. Notice the soil, the scent, the colors. Let each sensation draw you into the present moment." Gradually, Wilhelm found peace in the rhythm of nature. He discovered solace in the present moment. Greta, a city dweller, felt overwhelmed by her demanding life. She juggled a career and family, her days a blur. Constantly on edge, her mind was a whirlwind of to-do lists. Seeking solace, she attended Friedrich's talk. He spoke about the power of the present moment. He taught her simple breathing exercises. Greta began incorporating these practices into her routine. To her surprise, these small acts had a profound impact. The constant tension began to ease. Greta realized peace was about changing her relationship to life. Thomas carried resentment towards his estranged brother. A long-standing feud had created a chasm between them. Friedrich encouraged Thomas to practice forgiveness for his own sake. Forgiveness wasn't about condoning wrongdoing, but releasing the past grip. Gradually, Thomas began to experience a shift within himself. The anger dissipated, replaced by peace and willingness to let go. Section 5. Embracing Imperfection, Discovering Beauty. Friedrich believed that true beauty lay not in perfection, but in the acceptance of imperfection. He saw the flaws and imperfections of life as opportunities for growth, reminding his students that even the most beautiful mosaics were made up of broken pieces. He often cited the Japanese art of kintsugi as a metaphor for this principle. In kintsugi, broken pottery was repaired with gold, highlighting the cracks rather than concealing them. The result was an object that was not only beautiful, but also stronger and more resilient for having been broken. Friedrich encouraged his students to approach their own perceived flaws and imperfections with the same sense of acceptance and appreciation. He taught that our mistakes and shortcomings were not something to be ashamed of, but rather opportunities for learning and growth. He reminded them that just as a tree's knotted branches told a story of resilience in the face of storms, so too did our imperfections reflect the challenges we had overcome and the strength we'd gained along the way. Section 6. A Ripple Effect of Kindness. Friedrich believed that acts of kindness, no matter how small, had the power to create a ripple effect of positivity in the world. He taught that each interaction, each encounter, was an opportunity to spread joy, compassion, and understanding. He encouraged his students to approach their daily interactions with a spirit of generosity, looking for ways to brighten someone's day, offer a helping hand, or simply share a kind word. He reminded them that even the smallest gestures could have a profound impact on others. One of Friedrich's students, a young woman named Lena, took this teaching to heart. Inspired by his words, she began incorporating small acts of kindness into her daily routine. She started leaving encouraging notes for strangers, offering to help elderly neighbors with their groceries, and practicing random acts of generosity. At first, her actions felt insignificant, like drops of water in a vast ocean. But as she continued, she began to notice something remarkable happening. Her small acts of kindness were met with smiles, gratitude, and often inspired similar acts in return. She realized that kindness was contagious, its positive energy spreading outwards, touching the lives of those around her in ways she couldn't have imagined. Ernst Friedrich, though a man of a bygone era, speaks to us today with surprising relevance. His teachings, rooted in ancient wisdom traditions, offer a timeless roadmap for navigating the complexities of modern life. In a world grappling with unprecedented change and uncertainty, Friedrich's message of inner peace and mindful living resonates with a profound urgency. His work reminds us that true peace is not something to be found in external circumstances, but rather a state of being that can be cultivated from within. No matter how fast-paced or demanding our lives may become, the present moment, Friedrich reminds us, is always available. It's a sanctuary of stillness amidst the storm, a place where we can reconnect with our true nature and tap into a wellspring of inner peace. Friedrich's teachings, though simple in their essence, are profound in their implications. They invite us to question our assumptions about the world, to challenge our habitual patterns of thinking, and to embrace a more conscious and compassionate way of being. Mindfulness, a cornerstone of Friedrich's teachings, has gained widespread recognition in recent years. Once considered a niche practice confined to spiritual circles, mindfulness has entered the mainstream, embraced by psychologists, educators, and even corporate leaders. This surge in popularity is a testament to the power and relevance of Friedrich's insights in addressing the challenges of modern life. In today's fast-paced, technology-driven world, our minds are constantly bombarded with stimuli. We live in a state of perpetual distraction, our attention pulled in countless directions. This constant mental clutter, Friedrich recognized, is a recipe for anxiety, stress, and a pervasive sense of dissatisfaction. Mindfulness, as Friedrich taught, offers an antidote to this modern malaise. It's a practice of returning to the present moment, of cultivating awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. By learning to observe the workings of our minds with greater clarity, we can begin. He reminds us that true connection is not found through screens, but through the quality of our attention. When we are fully present in our interactions, whether it's with a loved one, a colleague, or even a stranger, we create space for deeper understanding, empathy, and connection. Friedrich's message is a call to reclaim our attention, to become more conscious of how we spend our time and energy, and to prioritize genuine connection over digital distractions. It's a reminder that the most meaningful moments in life often unfold in the spaces between the pings and notifications, in the quiet moments of presence and connection that we create through conscious choice. Forgiveness and compassion, central themes in Friedrich's teachings, hold profound relevance in today's world. We live in a time of increasing polarization where anger, resentment and division seem to dominate public discourse. Friedrich's message, however, reminds us that forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, but an act of courage and liberation. Holding on to anger and resentment, Friedrich taught, is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It keeps us tethered to the past, preventing us from experiencing true peace and freedom. Forgiveness, on the other hand, is an act of self-compassion. It's about releasing the grip that the past to be found in external circumstances, but rather in the depths of our own being. His work is an invitation to embark on a journey of self-discovery, to cultivate inner peace as a to simple truths, presence and awareness. By embracing his principles, we join a quiet here and now. Friedrich's work urges us to shed the weight of past regrets and future worries, inviting us to step fully into the present moment where life unfolds in all its messy, imperfect glory. By cultivating a deep appreciation for the now, we unlock a reservoir of joy, gratitude, and a profound connection to the world around us. The beauty of Friedrich's teachings lies in their accessibility. We don't need to retreat to a mountaintop or master complex rituals to embrace his wisdom. The path to inner peace, he reminds us, is available to us in every breath, every step, every interaction. Whether we are savoring a quiet moment in nature, engaging in meaningful conversation, or simply bringing awareness to the mundane tasks of daily life, Friedrich's teachings remind us that every moment holds the potential for awakening, for connection, for experiencing the fullness of being alive. The journey Friedrich invites us to undertake is not one of arriving at some distant destination of enlightenment. It's a continuous process of self-discovery, of peeling back layers of conditioning. Friedrich encourages us to approach this journey with a spirit of gentle curiosity and an open heart. There is no right or wrong way to walk this path. Each of us brings our own unique experiences. True awakening is a series of small shifts in perspective, moments of clarity, and glimpses into the interconnected nature of all things.